that's awesome. That feels good. It's again, just a joy of my job. So thank you very much for allowing me to do that. Secondly, we graduated last year, 130-something students, and the current freshman class is at 169. We were about to graduate 144, and as of like 45 minutes, hour and a half ago, we were at 176 incoming freshmen. So each one of the kids in this room is a part of 176 kids in the class of 2029, which is by far the most in the school, and we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So please, again, participation, give yourselves a round of applause for being the biggest class. All right, when you walked in, you got a folder. After you got your folder, you got a t-shirt. Please, if you have that t-shirt in your hand, please hold it up. Thank you, first person in the back. Nice, beautiful mint green. That is your Freshman Traditions Orientation t-shirt. If I didn't say this, another person up here is going to tell you, don't slice it up, don't cut the sleeves off, don't make a belly. I like to make belly shirts out of mine, don't do that. We need you guys to wear those when you come in. If you take a look at this yellow paper at some point tonight, either right now or after you get home tonight, we will have 4 different freshman orientations. Because of the size of this class, we used to have 2, now we have to split it into 4 because there's too many people. So you'll see it's broken up by last name. If there's any problems, you'll see right underneath that, we'll shoot you an email because you can't make that day on time or on vacation, not a big deal. But yes, anyway, that's all I got for you. Again, Casey Farrell, the Director of Admissions. Most of you know who I am at this point, but if not, please come up, say hello, catch up again, and let's talk about you guys. And lastly, our fearless leader, Ms. Lincoln Down.
Our goal was to keep this within an hour, and I think we're actually, for the first time ever, going to do it. So I'm actually very impressed by our team here. We always say we want to keep our meetings to an hour, and we always go over. But Casey said one of the things that I did want to mention, which is that we are growing. You have 176 students in this class today. The class is not done. You may have seen in some of the communications we've sent out that we will probably have to institute a waiting list starting after this meeting. How long people will stay on that waiting list is remaining to be seen. We have to meet with the Office of Catholic Education. We're actually, the reason we would even have this waiting list is because of the size of this building and how big we actually think we can get in the size of the building that we have. And that is a really great problem to have. It means that we're growing in a world where Catholic education, if you know the elementary schools you're at, it's getting smaller and smaller everywhere, but it's not here. And we're really proud of that. People keep asking, why is Lansdale Catholic doing so well? Why are you, why are you at 120% of what your enrollment goal was? And what do you think the key to success was? And I have to say, I just feel really lucky and blessed. I'm in the second year of my role as the president of the school. Casey actually took my job. I was the admissions director. That was my job. Casey took it. But what I had the unique opportunity to do was bring in people from all over the place. So people like Jen Huber and Margaret Picozzi and Mary Antoni, they've been at Lansdale Catholic for a really long time, and they're some of our resident experts here at LC. But one of the things that I got to do was bring in some experts from places that were doing things really, really well. So Maggie Fisher came to us this year for the first time. She came from Carmel Egan. And I will say Carmel Egan was kicking butt before us. Are you a Carmel Egan person? Yeah, so Carmel Egan, not many years ago, was about to close. And now Carmel Egan is doing better than any school in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. And I will admit they're actually doing better than us. They're the only ones that are, where they're hitting their enrollment goals more so than us. So Maggie came to us from Carmel Egan. Heather Timmons mentioned that she's a graduate like myself, like Jen Huber, but she came from years and years of Pope John Paul II, and she was at St. Pius before that. Dr. Jess Jeffries came from LaSalle. So LaSalle has the David program. So anyone that knows, they have a really excellent program for students who need special help and need academic support. So when we decided to start our St. Ignatius program, we decided to go get the best. And we got Dr. Jeffries from LaSalle, so proud of that. Mr. Meredith here is one of the greatest principals I have had the pleasure to work with. I actually worked with him at Pope John Paul II and at Archbishop Bryan. He came to us, he was formerly an assistant superintendent in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. He most recently came to us from Nazareth Academy. He is one of the best principals you could possibly have in the area. As I said, not only is it Margaret Picozzi, has she been here for a while, she's worked at other schools as well. Mrs. Picozzi is the parent of 9 children, many of whom went to Lansdale Catholic. BJ Hogan came to us from O'Hara, Cardinal O'Hara. Lansdale Catholic has a reputation for having had a lot of athletic directors over the time. BJ is the quintessential professional athletic director. He's not the most smiley guy, but he's an excellent athletic director. Casey Farrell absolutely loved Lansdale Catholic as our soccer coach. We are so happy to have him in our admissions office, and then we have students like Natalie every day. She mentioned her friend Bryn. Another reason that we are growing and doing so well is we're attracting students from schools where we didn't historically get students from. Bryn, who just happens to be sitting here because her sister is here, came to us from Queen of Angels. Queen of Angels, this old St. David's in Willow Grove. We don't have a lot of students coming from there. Bryn came. Now Bryn's sister's coming. Bryn's sister's friends are coming. The reason we're getting bigger is because the students that we have here are having a great experience, and they're going out and they're telling their friends, and we're growing from these small pockets of parishes and parish communities and now public schools where people are having such an excellent experience and having opportunities to participate and doing well here both academically, athletically, and in our activities and fine arts. And we're growing because of it. So this summer, we have a couple of projects that we're going to be working on. We're going to, if you happen to use our really beautiful bathrooms by the gym when you leave here today, those will be redone this summer. So we're happy about that. We're going to be redoing the entryway when you drive into Lansdale Catholic, sprucing some things up within the building. But our real plans are to do much, much more than that. And as we grow in enrollment, we're adding somebody onto our development staff. So I don't know where Jen Huber walks to, but she is a single person advancement staff right now. As of when you start school here next year, there will be 2 people, 2 directors in our advancement office. So we'll be growing in our advancement office, which means we're going to be raising money so that we can do big, big things here. And I will tell you, our goal here is to build onto this building. We're not we do everything in this gym. We had an assembly in here today, an absolutely incredible assembly. If you go home tonight, you'll see us. We had 6 ABC here, CBS 3, Fox 29. They were all here because we had a young alumni, Ryan Quigley, who graduated in 2016, come and speak to our students along with a mental health professional. And they spoke to our entire student body in here today. Ryan was the victim of the terrorist attack on New Year's Day in New Orleans, where his best friend, unfortunately, was killed. Ryan was seriously injured, and Ryan is now a new member of the Lansdale Catholic Board of Directors. I had a conversation with him recently, and he absolutely loved his LC experience. Now that he has this new lease on life, he wants to give back. He wanted to talk to our student body. We had an incredibly emotional assembly today where he talked to all of our kids. He was a former Princeton football player. The football team took a picture with him after. It was an incredible assembly, but we don't have an auditorium. We have this one gym where we put everybody, and we want more than that. And we want more than that for our kids. So thank you so much for picking Lansdale Catholic with the limited facilities that we have and knowing that we are the best Catholic school in the area. And truthfully, the things don't matter, but we want the things to. So we are planning to grow, we're planning to do well. I love the fact that our students over there are sitting together. I imagine most of you are from like Corpus Christi-ish. Is there like any non-Corpus kids over there? Raise your hand. Okay, where are you guys from? Mater Dei? Yeah, so I will, this is so typical of a Lansdale Catholic when they first come in. You're coming from 30 different schools when you come into Lansdale Catholic, but there's 2 or 3, and it's usually Corpus Christi, Mater Dei, and MMR, where a lot of them come and they know each other. But by the time we go through our freshman orientation, and we go through all the incoming freshman experiences that we have, they'll all be sitting together. But this is the first time we've had this meeting where a whole bunch of them sat up there. It's very independent. I like it. It's very, you guys look like you're high schoolers already. But pretty soon everybody will know each other. I just want to go through the packet, make sure we didn't miss anything. This first one is the important dates one. Mr. Farrell said there will be a freshman orientation. If you cannot make your scheduled orientation, just simply send us an email. Not a big deal. You are going to wear that t-shirt, as he said. That thing that you see listed, it says Lansdale Catholic in Ocean City. Obviously not a mandatory event, but it's a very fun event. So if you're able to get your child to Ocean City that weekend, it is a lot of fun. And we do soccer games and a football game. And it's one big final summer kickoff, and then school starts after Labor Day. So you will start school after Labor Day. Right now, the Archdiocese of Philadelphia still sticks to after Labor Day, which is awesome. Your first day will be September 3rd. Homecoming, we just recently scheduled for Friday, October 10th, and Saturday, October 11th. So the 10th will be a football game, the 11th will be a dance. Those are the important dates. Just the other day, we got our full calendar for the year from the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. This year, Christmas break goes all the way until January 5th, which is like the longest break we've had in a long time, which I know is exciting. School supplies. You don't really need anything coming to high school at first, besides the Chromebook. There is a sheet in here that gives you information about that Chromebook. But other than that, the first day of school, don't feel like you have to bring anything. Your teachers, you're going to have 7 different teachers. They're going to tell you what you need. So you do not need to bring anything besides either the Chromebook or a pen or a notebook to maybe write down what you need to get per teacher. So you're in high school now. Some parents are going to find that a little surprising. It's not a complete, we're not going to tell you every single thing. The kids are going to come home and tell you some things. You're going to have to rely on your students to tell you some things. So that's where Jess comes in, because with the executive functioning, sometimes not everybody's so great at doing that. We do trust the students to come home and say what they need to their parents. So by the time they're in high school, students, you have to be ready to do some of that. If you are not receiving emails, we do try to email the parents all the important things. If you found out about today, that means we probably have your email address. If you didn't, please make sure we do have your email address. I know there was someone today, they accidentally unsubscribed from the emails. We can easily resubscribe you, but if we don't know that you unsubscribed, we won't be able to do that, and then you're missing all of this information from us. Every Sunday night, we send a newsletter with the information that you need for that week. So all of us put information into the newsletter. So it will give you the calendar for the week, what you need to know about the week, the important things that happened this week. So this past Sunday, we were putting it together. Everybody contributes information, and I was putting it together in an airport so that we could get it out to our families. I was in the Atlanta airport, and it was such a busy weekend. Our girls basketball team made it to the state championship this weekend, and they lost 48-45. And there were some people in this room who were there. It was a heartbreaking loss. And I'm like trying to put the pictures together and get the information out, because it's just, we're so proud of these kids. They're in a school of 600 kids. We're out there competing with the best of the best in the state of Pennsylvania, and we're showing up and we're making a name for ourselves. And these kids have everything to be proud of, and we just want to share that information with the world. If you are on social media, please follow our social media pages. So we have a Facebook page, Instagram. We don't use Twitter that much. We have an account. We're not really that into it. Besides sports scores, we're not. It's whatever on Twitter. But we even have a TikTok account, kids. But that's been kind of lame. So we're trying to But we're really active on Instagram and Facebook for the parents. So if you need to know information and you're on those social media channels, please follow us, because you're always finding out information on those. If I didn't cover anything, we are all here. We're also here often. You can reach out to us. You're now going to start getting our weekly newsletters every Sunday night. So you're now officially enrolled here, the 176 of you plus, and we are going to start sending you these messages on Sunday nights as if your child goes here every day. So don't get annoyed with us and unsubscribe, because then you'll never get our emails again. And if you have fat fingers like me and accidentally unsubscribe, just reach out and we'll add you back, okay? If you have any questions, we are here. Welcome, everybody. Class of 2029, welcome to our family. We are so happy to have you.